Dealerships secretly train their staff on which car buyer laws to never mention, because every informed customer threatens thousands in hidden profits from junk fees, sky-high add-ons, and illegal contract tricks. Today, we're counting down the 10 most powerful car buyer protection laws that dealers desperately hope you never discover. From little-known refund windows to federal penalties dealers never warn about, each law on this list flips the leverage from the showroom back to you. Ready to see how fast the game changes when you know your rights? Let's start with law number 10. In the 10th place, California's CARS Act arms car buyers with a tool most dealers hope you never discover: mandatory record keeping. While salespeople may claim paperwork disappears after a deal closes, state law says otherwise. Dealers are required to keep every advertisement, purchase order, signed contract, add-on document, and even cancellation requests for 2 years from the day they are created. That means, if you suspect bait-and-switch pricing, hidden add-ons, or forged signatures, you can demand these records to prove your case. The law gives you the right to request copies from the dealer, the DMV, or the Attorney General with no excuses. This paper trail forms the foundation for complaints, lawsuits, and refund claims. If a dealer refuses to provide records, that is a violation. Always ask for the documents, because the evidence you need to win is already sitting in their file cabinet. Number 9. California's CARS Act gives car buyers a crucial weapon most dealers hope you never find: the 10-day add-on payment window. Here is how it works. Dealers love to pressure you into buying overpriced add-ons, gap insurance, service contracts, and paint protection, claiming you must pay immediately or risk losing the deal. But under the law, you have a full 10 days after purchase to cancel any optional add-on before the dealer pays the third-party vendor. Dealers cannot demand immediate payment or tell you these products are non-refundable. The law requires that you send written notice by email or by certified mail within 10 days, stating that you cancel the add-on under the CARS Act. The dealer must stop payment and refund your money, no questions asked. Every cancellation must be kept on record for 2 years. This brief window lets you shut down junk fees and recover cash fast. No arguments and no runaround. If a dealer refuses, that is illegal. Use your 10-day power and don't let them rush you out of your rights. In 8th place, the law is clear. The price you see advertised for a car is the price the dealer must honor. Under both FTC rules and California's CARS Act, bait-and-switch pricing is flat-out illegal. Yet dealers routinely advertise one price online, only to jack it up with hidden fees or to claim the offer expired when you show up. The law gives you real leverage. If a dealer advertises a total price for a specific car, that is the price. Period. Any attempt to add undisclosed charges or to refuse the deal at the advertised price is a deceptive practice. Take a screenshot of every ad, print the online listing, and demand the dealer honor it. If they refuse, file a complaint with your state attorney general. Dealers hate getting these. Over 71% of buyers expect transparent pricing, but most never realize they have legal ammunition in hand. Do not let them rewrite the rules. Lock in that price and make the law work for you. Number 7. The Consumer Leasing Act takes direct aim at undisclosed lease buyout fees. These are a favorite dealer trick at lease end. Here is what the law says. Every single fee tied to your lease's purchase option must be listed in your original contract under Federal Regulation M. Dealers love to spring surprise charges, dealer fees, processing fees, or transfer fees when you decide to buy out your leased car. They will claim these are standard or required, hoping you will pay without question. But the legal reality is clear. If a fee is not spelled out in the lease's purchase option disclosure, it is illegal. The law gives you the right to demand that the dealer show you where the fee appears in your lease under the purchase Options section. If it is not there, you can refuse to pay and demand a refund. Dealers who try to collect undisclosed fees are violating federal law and can be forced to pay statutory damages, plus your attorney's fees. Always insist on seeing the exact clause, and never let a dealer invent charges after the fact. The contract is your shield. Use it. Number 6. The Truth in Lending Act, spelled TILA, turns the tables on dealer finance games with one simple rule. Every key number about your car loan must be disclosed up front, in writing, before you sign. That means the annual percentage rate, the finance charge, the amount financed, and the total of payments, each in its own bold box. But here is the trick. Dealers often rush buyers, ask them to sign blank spaces, or bury the numbers in fine print. Some even hand you a contract without the real figures filled in, hoping you will trust their word. The law says that is illegal. If a dealer fails to provide these disclosures or asks you to sign with blanks, you can sue for up to $2,000 in statutory damages, plus actual damages and attorney's fees, under 15 U.S.C. Section 1638 and Regulation Z. Never sign anything with empty boxes, and never accept "we will fill that in later." Insist on seeing the TILA boxes filled out before you sign. If they refuse or hide the numbers, tell them you are violating federal law, and you can sue for statutory damages. This is not a negotiation tactic. It is your legal weapon against hidden finance traps. Number 5. California's CARS Act takes direct aim at the single richest profit center in the dealership, the so-called add-ons that dealers push in the finance office. Here is the law in plain English. It is now illegal for a dealer to sell you any add-on product or service that gives you no actual benefit. That means if you are buying an electric vehicle, the dealer cannot charge you for oil changes. If you are offered nitrogen tire fill, the product must be at least 95% pure. Anything less is a worthless upsell. Yet, in reality, most buyers are steered toward bundles of extras, like service contracts, theft protection, and prepaid maintenance, often without understanding what they are really getting. Dealers claim these are essential or required for financing, but the truth is, most are pure profit. According to NADA, the average dealership makes $2,515 per vehicle just from finance and insurance add-ons, with markups running 300 to 500%. Extended warranties that cost the dealer $400 are routinely sold for $3,000 or more. The law is clear. Dealers cannot sell you a product that does nothing for your actual car, your situation, or your needs. If they try, you have the right to refuse. Here is the exact line to say to the dealer. Under the CARS Act, you cannot sell me an add-on that provides no benefit. Remove it now. Demand to see proof of benefit. If they cannot provide it, they are breaking the law. This is not a negotiation. It is your legal shield against the most lucrative scam in the showroom. Number 4. Lemon laws and the federal Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act put the entire value of your car on the line when manufacturers cannot fix a serious defect. Here is how it works. If your new or certified used car has a major problem that keeps coming back, like engine failure, transmission issues, or electrical breakdowns, and the dealer's repair shop cannot fix it after 3 or 4 tries, or the car is out of service for more than 30 days in the first year, you may be entitled to a full repurchase or a replacement vehicle. Dealers often tell you to keep bringing the car back, or that repairs are covered under warranty, but the law says otherwise. Once you hit those thresholds, 3 or 4 failed repair attempts for the same defect, or 30 or more cumulative days in the shop, the manufacturer must buy back your vehicle or provide a new one. The Song-Beverly Act in California and similar state laws spell out these rights, but the real power comes from the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. This federal law lets you sue for not just the car's value, but also for your attorney's fees, meaning you do not pay out of pocket to fight back. The law is clear. Document every repair visit, keep copies of all work orders, and send a written demand for repurchase once you cross the threshold. If the manufacturer refuses, you can take them to court, and if you win, they pay your legal bills. Dealers may try to stall or deny, but under federal law, they cannot dodge buyback obligations. The minute your car qualifies as a lemon, you hold all the cards. Use the law to demand a full refund, a new vehicle, or compensation for your trouble. Coming to the top 3, yo-yo financing, also known as the spot delivery scam, remains one of the most damaging tricks in the dealer playbook. Here is what the law says. In states like Maryland, Oregon, New Jersey, and Virginia, dealers who let you drive off the lot before final loan approval must provide a written notice within a strict timeline, typically 4 to 15 days if financing falls through. Dealers love to call days later, claiming the bank rejected your deal and demanding you sign a new contract with higher rates, bigger down payments, or extra fees. Sometimes your trade-in is already gone, leaving you trapped. But the legal reality is clear. If the dealer fails to send you written notice within the state deadline, 10 days in Maryland, 15 days in Oregon, you can walk away with zero penalty. Any attempt to pressure you into a worse deal after the fact is flat out illegal. You have the right to cancel the sale, demand the return of your trade-in, and get back any down payment. Dealers cannot charge you for mileage or restocking unless state law allows it, and most do not. In Maryland, if the dealer misses the notice window, you can unwind the deal at any time and even sue for damages. This scam hits hardest for buyers with incomes under $25,000, and 25% have been hit with surprise payment hikes after driving home. To protect yourself, always demand a copy of any conditional delivery or spot delivery notice before you sign. If you get a call demanding new terms, say the following. Under state law, unless you gave me written notice within the deadline, I cancel this deal and want my trade-in and deposit back. No penalty. Dealers count on buyers not knowing these rules, know your rights, and you flip the power dynamic instantly. Number 2. Every add-on a dealer tries to sell you, gap insurance, service contracts, paint protection, anti-theft etching, is 100% optional under the law. Dealers will insist these extras are required for financing or claim the bank will not approve your loan without them. Some will even threaten to cancel the deal or withhold keys if you refuse. But here is what the California Cars Act and similar state laws really say. It is illegal for any dealer to condition the sale or lease of a vehicle on your purchase of an add-on. The law demands that every add-on be clearly and conspicuously disclosed as optional, and you have the absolute right to buy the car without a single extra. If a dealer says otherwise, they are breaking the law, period. The Cars Act goes further. If a dealer tries to force you to buy an add-on, you can walk out and file a complaint with the DMV or Attorney General immediately. Dealers cannot refuse to sell you the car at the agreed price just because you said no to extras. The law even spells out the exact language you can use. Under the Cars Act, add-ons are optional. You cannot require me to purchase any add-on as a condition of sale. If you refuse, I will file a complaint with the DMV and the Attorney General. Recite this line word for word. If the dealer still pushes back, document the interaction. Record the name, time, and what was said. Then send a written complaint to the Attorney General's office or your state DMV. Dealers hate these complaints. They trigger investigations, fines, and sometimes even license suspension. This right is your ultimate negotiation weapon. It shuts down pressure tactics in real time and saves you thousands of dollars on worthless extras. Remember, the average dealership makes $2,515 per vehicle just from add-ons, with markups running 300 to 500%. Extended warranties that cost the dealer $400 are routinely sold for $3,000 or more. But with the law on your side, you hold all the power. Never let a dealer tell you otherwise. Every add-on is optional, and you cannot be punished for saying no. Use the law, use the script, and if they violate it, report them. The law is clear. You decide what you buy, not the dealer. And finally, in first place, California's CARS Act delivers the single most powerful weapon in a car buyer's arsenal, the 3-day or 400-mile used car return right. Starting in October 2026, every used car sold or leased in California for $50,000 or less comes with a mandatory escape hatch, the right to unwind the deal within 3 days, or before driving 400 miles, whichever comes first. Dealers are legally required to hand you a document titled 3-day right to cancel used car purchase or lease at the time of sale. This is not a dealer goodwill gesture. It is the law. If you regret your purchase, feel pressured, or spot hidden problems, you can bring the car back for a full refund. The only conditions are the car must have fewer than 400 new miles and show only reasonable wear, no wrecks, no racing, just normal driving. Here is what dealers won't tell you. They cannot refuse your return if you meet these rules. They cannot stall, claim you missed a secret deadline, or bury you in paperwork. The law says they must process your refund within 48 hours, returning every dollar of your down payment, your trade-in or its full cash value, and clearing the title of any contract liens. The only money they can keep is a capped restocking fee, $150 for cars priced between $5,000 and $10,000, $250 for cars priced between $10,001 and $30,000, and a sliding scale for higher prices up to $50,000. No junk fees, no hidden deductions, no negotiation. Dealers may try to convince you this right is optional or claim you will lose money if you exercise it. Some will say you have to buy a cancellation contract or that it does not apply to your car. The legal reality is, for every qualifying used car under $50,000, the 3-day or 400-mile return is automatic. The dealer must provide the official form and honor your cancellation if you act in time. If you traded in a vehicle, the dealer must return it or pay you its full value. No exceptions. If you finance the purchase, the dealer handles the payoff and clears the loan. Every step is spelled out in the CARS Act, with real penalties for violations. What should you do? At the time of sale, demand your 3-day right to cancel form and read it carefully. If you change your mind, return the car within 3 days or before 400 miles in reasonable condition. Hand the dealer the official cancellation notice they cannot refuse. Insist on your full refund, including your down payment and trade-in, minus only the capped restocking fee. If the dealer delays, withholds money, or invents extra charges, tell them. Under the CARS Act, you must honor my 3-day return right and refund my payments within 48 hours. If you refuse, I will file a complaint with the DMV and the Attorney General. This is the nuclear option for car buyers. An instant, no questions asked way to unwind a bad deal, recover your money, and walk away. Dealers hate it because it strips away their leverage and gives you the final say. When you know your rights, you control the deal. That is the power of the law in your hands. Across all 10 laws, one pattern is clear. Every statutory right is a shield against dealer manipulation, and every hidden rule has real financial teeth. Dealers count on confusion to turn $2,515 profit per sale and to bury illegal add-ons, but the law puts power in your hands. When you know your rights, you control the deal. Because the strongest weapon in any showroom is an informed buyer. Drop your toughest dealer stories below.